Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is James. Let's have a conversation. I like to talk about pop culture topics, news, and things like that so we can live better in this crazy world and so we can teach the younger ones how to do it too so they can behave better for the future generations. And right now, I want to talk about toxic relationships. I don't think I gave you any warning on this one, but I have a problem. There's a problem and I have a solution. And so here goes. Toxic relationships. What is the definition of toxic? And I hope I don't have any roommates here because I'm doing this in the kitchen right now. But what is the definition of toxic? The definition of toxic is poison. So my thing is this. So if the definition of toxic is poison, why are there so many people sitting up there staying in poisonous relationships? Poisonous don't gotta be uh, domestic violence. Domestic violence is the tip of the iceberg as far as toxic relationships. Domestic violence is the crux of it, and it's a toxic relationship. But toxic relationship involves domestic violence, such as battery and things like that, verbal, emotional, and mental. And when I say mental, I mean psychological, mind games and things like that. So there's a lot of toxic relationships going on in this millennium, and they've been going on since the dawn of time. And the thing is that these toxic, poisonous relationships are unhealthy. They've been unhealthy. I don't know why people tend to stay in these toxic relationships because it's usually, I won't say usually, but a lot of times the man is beating on the woman. It's not always like that. Sometimes the woman beats on the man, and then the men don't say nothing because they like, oh, you can't control your girl, or you can't defend yourself with your girl, blah blah blah. That's a whole different video though. I just thought about. It's about uh, defending yourself against a female. Sometimes people are in toxic relationships. They don't see the way out. The way out is just walking up, getting up, and leaving. I know I am the result of a. I'm not gonna say the result. My lifestyle right now is the result of my mother leaving a toxic relationship. Yes, my mother was in a toxic relationship. I didn't see it because I was so young and it was before I was born. My mother was in a domestic violence relationship. And what did she do? She got up one night and walked out the house with me in hand, left all of her belongings behind her, and we hit the road. That is what you should do if you're in a poisonous relationship, no matter if it's emotional, physical, psychological, or verbal, or physical, whatever have you. The problem is you're in a poisonous relationship. The solution is getting up with your sanity intact still, hopefully, and leaving it. That's all you gotta do. I'm the result of a woman doing that. Yes, it's hard because you might see something in that person and you trying to help them get better and things like that. It is not your responsibility as an adult to try to make that person get better, to try to help that person get better. That person is an adult. They have the responsibility themselves to get better. They first have to acknowledge themselves as a toxic person, and then they have to make the steps to get better themselves. Yes, it's an honorable thing to try to be there and support them and everything like that. But how long are you gonna support them? How much are you gonna go through to support them? How much physical harm? How much verbal harm? It's all poison, and sometimes you get so much of it you tend to believe it. Stop believing things like that. If you know your own value to yourself and you know your own introspective value to the world, and you're sitting up there staying in a poisonous relationship and you know you don't deserve it, why stay? There is someone out there who will value yourself just as much as you and even more, and cultivate you and help you get to the goals that you want to get to. This goes for men and women. It's just ain't for the fellas. It's just ain't for the ladies. This is men and women because both men and women can be toxic to each other, and men and women can be the toxic person in a relationship, and the men and women can be taking the toxicity from the man or the woman. So this goes both ways. Fellas, this ain't just directed at you. Ladies, this is directed at you too. If you know or if you feel that you're in a toxic relationship, leave. You're an adult. If you've grown up in toxic relationships, like my man Shoemake Way has had a video about, leave. This video was inspired by Blueface and this girl Krishan. They have a toxic relationship. One of them needs to be the adult and walk away, and or one of them needs to get counseling. If you're in a poisonous relationship, stop drinking the poison. Stop accepting the poison. Get up, walk out with your sanity, and rebuild your life by yourself or with family that can help you rebuild your life. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, share. This video needs to get out. Leave the toxic relationship because you need to be better for yourself before you can be better for anyone else. Love you guys.